Well, hey, everybody, it's Deanna Fenton here. I hope you're having a great day. This is a very spontaneous broadcast because I've been noticing a very interesting trend. And there was some recent updates, as just 12 hours ago, basically, that I wanted to share with you regarding Kajabi, but also the broader topic of creating communities online. Now, I don't know about you, but because of the pandemic and so much going on in the world, almost the fact that we have to be so isolated increases our craving for community and being able to stay in touch and connected to other human beings. Well, a lot of that also takes place even before the pandemic when you're creating a course and you want to have a support system and an opportunity for your students to interact and ask questions. And also, most importantly, as my favorite topic, membership sites. Community is an enormous part of creating a successful membership site. The majority of communities tend to look. You have to excuse me. I'm checking to make sure that I am live. Okay, looks like I'm live. But that has been where the majority of communities for online courses and membership sites tend to have sprung up. Now, I happen to be a member of Stu McLaren's tribe membership. I've actually been a tribe student and a member of his previous membership. And he tried an experiment with the first membership, which was putting the community on Slack. Now, I don't know about you. I love Slack. I use it a lot in my business, but not a lot of people were familiar with it. And it became a huge problem with members in the community not engaging, not using the tool, asking lots of questions because they couldn't figure out how to follow a thread. It just wasn't working for them. So thankfully, they moved the community back to Facebook after this unfortunate failed experiment on Slack. Since then, there have been a lot of other tools that have come up and are starting to really set a name for themselves and establish themselves as specifically community platforms. Now, why I wanted to share this with you is you all know I love Kajabi, and Kajabi has a community component to its platform. I am the first, even as a diehard Kajabi fan, to tell you it's lacking in a lot of ways. At least it was lacking for my people. I have my membership, the Kajabi Flight Crew Club, a fantastic group of people that are building courses and membership sites on Kajabi. We cover a lot of different topics, and we have a pretty engaged community. We had it on Facebook. When I first started the membership, I put the membership on Kajabi's community platform, and it was a huge failure. Most of my audience and my members are active on Facebook because they're students of other teachers, course creators like Amy Porterfield, Stu McLaren, and James Wedmore. They're already engaging in groups on Facebook. However, there is a growing number of people establishing courses and membership sites whose audience does not want to be on Facebook. Facebook has its pros and cons. Certainly can't beat the price. It is free, at least for the moment, but it is a complete distraction zone. You have no control over whether or not your members even see your content that you post within your Facebook group, unless they opt in to get all notifications. So Facebook has been problematic. There's also a certain segment of people who have an audience that are talking about very sensitive subjects, things that perhaps They're uncomfortable sharing on Facebook because let's be honest, there's a number of people that just don't trust the confidentiality of information shared with Facebook. You know how Facebook makes their money, right? So there is some validity to the concern about private information and sensitive information somehow getting out. So again, now that has opened up the door for a lot of other tools and other platforms. And why I'm doing this broadcast, this long-winded explanation, is because I have seen some very significant signs that this is not going to go away. Now, Facebook isn't going to go away, but it may not become the platform of choice for a course or membership site creator to establish a community. So I want to share with you some options that you might want to consider. First of all, and this one has been around for a long time. Let's do it this way. And many of you may have heard of it, is Mighty Networks. And Mighty Networks was, I think it's been around, at least promoted significantly, maybe in the last 3 years or so. And it has gotten a huge boost and a huge boost of confidence as it became the platform of choice for Michael Hyatt's Platform University. Now, I belong to Platform University for a short time because I'm a membership site geek and I want to learn all I can. And now Mighty Networks has established themselves also, or they're attempting to establish themselves as a course platform. So not just the community aspect, but also as a course platform with a community attached. If you want to take a quick look, this is a back-end view of Mighty Networks. Once again, when you consider the comparison with a Facebook group, there's no ads, there's no sidebar with distracting, join this group, etc. It has the option for having different topics. You have your home, which I love. It has the ability to set your featured content. So, for example, a welcome to new members to get them onboarded in using the community, current and updated recent posts. You can set this homepage to be whatever you want in terms of latest posts, most active posts. One of the other things which is amazing for your member engagement is the opportunity to actually have a member directory where you can see a picture, a short bio of your fellow members. You can also search to see people that live near you, those that are newest, those people that are hosts, and even an option to see who else is online right now. They break it into topics. So again, making it easy with almost a forum style breakdown of topics to be able to allow you to go directly to content that you want, again, products and monetization, learning WordPress, etc., etc. Also broken down into industries. So once again, if you're in the coaching field and you want to interact and connect with other coaches, there's 200 members in here that are also identify in the coaching industry. So really, really pretty exciting and an easy to use way of providing content to your members, staying engaged, and allowing the interaction and engagement between your members. So that is Mighty Networks. That one right now, I would say, is probably the most established, the best known, and they are putting through a big push to become also known as a course platform. Let me just come over here real quick. Check in with all of you. Awesome. Awesome. We're doing good. You want me to keep going? Okay. That sounds good to me. So let's go to my next one. Now, many of these, I just want to let you know, I'm totally new to. So, you know what? And we're going to talk about Pat Flynn from Smart Passive Income here in a minute. But as Pat Flynn likes to say, I'm your crash test dummy, which means I go before you and tinker and try and test and see all these different tech platforms and let you know the true behind the scenes. So this is going to be a very high level overview of these others. I will most likely do more detailed behind the scenes and how I found the interaction and building of the platform to share that with you in the future. But Circle is relatively new. It's gaining a lot of traction. And how Circle came to my attention was that the aforementioned Pat Flynn chose Circle as his community platform and not Facebook. Now, I went through a webinar. He did a webinar this week talking about how he built his membership and the reasons why they chose Circle, which again, boiling it down to less distraction, less outside influences from a platform like Facebook. He showed how they organized it. So I immediately signed up. Now, what I do like, I love companies that will give you a 14-day free trial without a credit card, right? You hear me? You know, how many times have you signed up for something, intended to go back, and next thing you know, your credit card is charged? So they offered a 14-day free trial. They offered 3 options to get onboarded: a webinar, kind of a do-it-yourself following some videos, or you could actually, I believe you could schedule a call with one of their specialists. So I signed up for Circle, and I went through, I started very, very preliminary, okay? Very preliminary. And they have a simple onboarding with a checklist is create a space. So in their terminology, a space would be a group. So the interesting thing is if you wanted to have a free group and then a group to support paying students or members, you could do that. You would have 2 different spaces, one for the free, one for the paid. Within your spaces, you create your topics. Pretty straightforward, very much like Mighty Networks. You can organize it by introductions, announcements, specific areas of interest, etc. You could invite members, and this folks got my attention. You can embed the widget. So that means I could embed this Circle space onto a Kajabi, into Kajabi. That's just an interesting little, got my wheels turning, okay? Whether it's, I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to report back and let you know. Either it's a landing page or in a post within your product. I don't know. It could work. So I'm very anxious to dive in and do that. But Circle is now what, again, Pat Flynn is using. Teachable, those of you who perhaps are using Teachable, Teachable's community is on it. And these others, Forte Labs, MakerPad, Nest Labs, those, I believe those are startups. Those are SaaS companies. So it's a little different use case. But I'm very, very interested in how it might work. So again, membership communities that you can set up, course communities, coaching communities if you're a coach, product, brands, and startups, newsletter communities. That's a real interesting option. And podcast communities. Now, those of you that follow Amy Porterfield know she has a free group specifically for her podcast listeners on Facebook. Great, great, interesting use cases. And you can create it again as public or private spaces. So you could have it free or you could have it paid. Interesting, they even, I believe it was Circle, specifically talked about integrating with Kajabi. So how you would do that, my best estimate is there's a little bit of Zapier magic involved, but primarily it would involve upon purchase of your membership or course, there would be a trigger that would tell you to send an invite or some kind of onboarding to have people join your circle. Pricing, let me show you pricing. Yay, they have basic, $39 a month for 1,000 monthly active users, 10 spaces. So again, remember, a space is like a group. You wanted to have a free and then standalone spaces just for students and or members. You could do that. You can use a custom domain, Zapier integration, and they're doing single sign-on, which is a huge advantage with MemberStack and MemberSpace, two membership platforms. Single sign-on means somebody just needs one email address, one login, one password to access both these platforms and Circle. As you can see, it goes up to $79 to $199. So that is Circle. Another one, new to me, I believe it's been around for a little while because I have seen it mentioned a little more frequently, is Tribe. How ironic, right? It's called Tribe. And once again, it is a platform for creating communities. It is used by Pipedrive, which is a CRM company. And it looks like it's using that as a customer community to offer support. ConvertKit, which is interesting. Mindvalley, huge company. They're using it for a social community. Tim Hortons Foundation Camps, a nonprofit. So you can see they got some heavy hitters, which means, you know, they've probably been around a little bit and they have a pretty stable platform. And again, haven't really dove into it. So if I look at the platform, kind of looking at the screenshots, similar layout. Everybody's layout is a bit the same. Sidebar for your navigation, dashboard or center place for the content, fully customizable, an activity feed. One of those things that I really like, which is giving people an option to look at their feed in different ways. Gamification, OMG, that's huge right now to build your engagement by identifying contributing members. Awesome. Analytics. And also, I wanted to say that they also might have talked about integrations. So integrations with Slack, Zapier, Intercom, and HubSpot. So I will give you a more in-depth review of Tribe as I go through each one of these. So pricing, they have a free version. They also have a free 14-day trial, no credit card required. Custom domain, theme control, groups or sub-communities, essential apps, not quite sure what that means. Oh, social login, Google Analytics, reputation, virtual currency, and more for up to 500 members and community support. $85 a month for plus, $249 for premium. And of course, you can look at your comparison. So very exciting. I see they offer gamification on the free level. Something to think about. Okay, so that's Tribe. Now, here is why I decided to go live today on this particular topic. And that is because yesterday I got an email, and those of you who are Kajabi users, sorry about that, gang. I meant to pull up that email. I got this email from Kajabi that said they have a brand new help center. a central hub where help is one click away. I was intrigued. I was excited. Anytime that they can improve their help and make it more user friendly, the better. Now, this is what surprised me. Not only did they update and improve their help center, they added a community. Yes. Now, right now, I think they have close to 15,000 members on their Facebook group, and they're building a community on this platform. Now, when I worked in Silicon Valley, there is a term called eating your own dog food. Sounds really gross, but what it means is when a tech company launched their product, they used their product. So if you were creating an email platform, you used it. And that term was called you're eating your own dog food, meaning you had enough confidence in your own product that you were going to use it for yourself. You're going to see that this Kajabi community is not the Kajabi community that is available within our dashboards. It's actually built on Zendesk. Now, I'm a geek and I know how to look at code and I know how to reverse engineer where things are pointing. And last night when I got this email, I went on here and let me show you. So the sidebar menu pops out. If I scroll down to the bottom, I believe it says join our community. And if I click on that, and I'm already logged in because I'm already logged in via Kajabi, this is their new community. So I took this, looked at the code, reversed engineered, and found out this is built on Zendesk. Now, Zendesk has been around a very long time, and for the most part, it was a help desk solution for SaaS software companies, meaning whenever you go and you search and you go to help on a particular tech platform, a lot of times that's using Zendesk, and they use Zendesk to organize their help content to make it easy. It also manages support tickets, communication with a support representative, etc. So apparently that is what Kajabi has done. They have it fully engaged with Zendesk, and unbeknownst to me until yesterday, Zendesk has a community feature that is available. So right now, the Kajabi community that they're building here on Zendesk, believe me, there's not very many people on here because, not everybody is a tech geek like me that has to go popping in. So community is broken down into, an onboarding, a connection to virtual meetings, because Kajabi has been trying to create engagement with their customers by offering virtual meetups, general discussion, quick troubleshooting, marketing, selling on Kajabi, etc., etc. And you can see down here, recent activity, password reset not working, how to use automations to exclude people from an email sequence. So right now, this is really fascinating because when we're in Facebook and somebody is posting a question, you're not posting the topic, right? You're just, you're saying what it is that you're trying to do. By forcing people to actually put a topic, it makes it so much easier to find content that you're interested in. So let me show you on Zendesk. So again, Zendesk has been around a long time, primarily a support platform for software. I shouldn't even say just software or SaaS companies. I mean, it probably could have been anything, but it was a way to organize your help content. Now has Zendesk Gather. I like that name, actually. Provides a community forum for customers to connect and collaborate. And you can also start a free trial. Now, I hadn't seen this. They may very well be using it with others. So start your free trial of Gather Professional today, $9 per agent per month. And an agent would be your support people. So, I can't imagine how many support people Kajabi has on their Zendesk, but they could then manage community forums. They could have ticket escalation, user profiles and aliases, moderator permissions, integrated search, content moderation queue, spam protection, reporting, and analytics. So this is pretty exciting stuff, and this is a very exciting time. I'm going to scroll down and see if we've got, I'd like to see if we have any examples of other communities. So InVision, and they were using it for a community of designers. Anyway, really encourage you to take a look at some of these. If for any reason your audience is, or you personally don't want to build or maintain a community on Facebook. So that is it. I just wanted to once again introduce you to some new options for building communities for your students or members outside of Facebook. And what I did was I covered some of the more well-known platforms out there like Mighty Networks, Circle, Tribe, and now an option of Zendesk Gather, which is currently being used by Kajabi for their community. If you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and post in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, I really do ask and encourage you to follow me on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a lot more YouTube Live. We're going to be doing some more in-depth tutorials on tech platforms in addition to Kajabi. So if you go to deannafenton.com/YouTube, you can subscribe and start watching videos right there. If you are a Kajabi user looking for more support and get some questions and also a little community, for right now, it's on a Facebook group. So check out the Kajabi Kickstart group and join. That is my free Facebook group. And if you are looking for a more inclusive, engaging, mastermind-like experience in learning Kajabi and the digital marketing strategies and tactics that you need to do to be successful on Kajabi, I invite you to join the Kajabi Flight Crew Club at deannafenton.com/join the crew. That membership is open only for a little bit longer at the current monthly rate of $57 a month or $570 for a year. That would be your locked-in rate for the life of your membership. But I will tell you right now, based on the quality of the content, the quality of the community, that price is going to be going up very soon. So I certainly recommend, if you're interested, you join us, give it a try. It's a membership, it's month to month. And I look forward to talking to any of you who want to engage in the comments below. Ask any questions and I'll get back to you. Take care. Hope you have a great day and a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.